The weekend is finally here, ladies and gentlemen. Follow, like, subscribe. Let's go, baby.
Let's go, Bubba.
Welcome to the shit show, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Birds, Beers, and BS here on the AAT Sports Network. We are your hosts, Eagle Jeff Warner, alongside Pina, and look, NFL football season, the offseason officially begins the new year next week, but things have already been going down today, Friday. We'll dive into that momentarily. Some big Eagles news throughout the day. We'll recap a little bit of the UFC match from last week.
Oh, boy.
What a main event that was. And dive in some more NFL news and yours. If you want to give a comment, make sure you're following, like, and subscribe. Hit the comment button. Give us your thoughts. Give us your comments. Let us know what you think of the show. Comments on the topics we're discussing, whatever you might have to say. We always enjoy everyone's input and insight on things. But first, let's pay the bills real quick. Let's thank our friends at Vinny's Pizza and Restaurant. They are located in the Old Town Shopping Center in Allentown. Order takeout or delivery at 610-395-2300 or visit vinnyspizzapa.com for their complete menu and their daily and game day specials, from their to their sandwiches, to their pizzas, to their calzones, their mozzarella sticks, and much, much more at Vinny's Pizza and Restaurant. Tell them that the Birds, Beers, and BS crew sent you on over. I'd like to thank our friends at Stuff to the Grills. They are also in the Old Town Shopping Center in Allentown. You can order by calling 484-274-6760 or visit stufftothegrills.com for their full menu and specials. Also, right now, with March Madness kicking off next week, head over to Stuff to the Grills. They do have a bracket for March Madness, and then you have a chance to win some prizes and a bunch of great stuff. So, again, make sure to head on over to Stuff to the Grills if you want to participate in their March Madness contest. It is free to enter. So, look,
why not?
Most March Madness brackets, you need to pay some type of fee or whatever, an entry fee. Not at Stuff to the Grills. You head on over, fill out a bracket, and who knows, you might be a winner. I'd like to also thank our friends at Homage.
Pay some homage.
Yeah, pay some homage, baby. Say Homage Vintage Apparel. They have it all. Check it out. They're at homage.com. This is one of their great designs, NFL Jam of Randall Cunningham and Reggie White, but they have more than just sports. They have pop culture. They have movies. They have other NFL, NBA. They have it all. So, again, if you want to help support the podcast and help support the network, hit the link in the description of the YouTube video. Click that link. That helps give us a referral fee if you do end up buying something. And helps us pay for Peanut's drinking habit over here.
That's actually not a lie.
But look, thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you for everyone tuning in. Look, a lot to get into. It's been a crazy Friday around the NFL in general. Look. Teams are getting ready for next week. Everyone's trying to get under the cap. Everyone's trying to be in place to get their team ready for the 2023 season, with the tampering period technically kicking off next Monday at 4 o'clock, where teams can officially start to discuss discuss deals and try to negotiate contracts with potential free agents. And look, we discussed last week what we felt the Eagles should do, and really, they didn't do any of it. Look, the Eagles don't tag CJ GJ.
Nope.
They can still re-sign him before the start of free agency next week. They still technically have the rights to him up until Monday, where other teams can start buying his services. But the rumors and reports were they were letting go Hargrave. They're letting go Bradbury. They're letting go Sanders. So, Peanut, do you think it's the right move on the Eagles front?
Yeah, no, I think in certain situations you got to understand how he's trying to maneuver, cap space here, and we can't pay everybody. So, do I think it's the right decision to let all of them? Not necessarily, but who knows what Howie has underneath his sleeve? Is that how they say it?
Sure.
Sleeve? Yeah. I don't know. What do I know? But yeah, I think it's a necessary move. Unfortunately, when you go out there and you get all these veteran defensive players, eventually you're gonna have to start paying some of them. The CJGJ thing, I think that might come back to haunt us a little bit. But
look, I think they kind of felt that they didn't want to pay $14 million to a position that they really don't. They really don't value the safety position that much. They do and they don't.
They should.
Look, they feel the way to win in the NFL is through their offense and having a couple pieces on the defensive side that can make a stop. And their identity on the defense has always been the pass rush.
Yeah.
And they feel they can get a good enough pass rush along that front four. It doesn't matter who you have back there.
Me and you, we might as well try out then if that's the case. But I don't agree with that method. But I mean, let's face it. This year we struggled against quarterbacks anyways with those guys. So yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Look, do I want CJGJ? I felt it was he would have been a great fit. The city of Philadelphia loves him.
Yeah.
He gets the city.
Yeah.
He's a playmaking safety that showed this season what an impact he can make on your defense, especially missing however the amount of games that he did this past year. Yeah. And he's young, and that's what right now Howie Roseman and this Eagles front office is looking to do with this defense. Yeah. It's a youth movement, like I brought up last week. They want a young youth. They have their offense in place for the most part. Right. For the future. Right. They want to learn they want to get the defense. But I kind of look, there's still a chance they can re-sign him. There's still a chance he becomes a Philadelphia Eagle. Yeah. But right now they feel like, hey, look, go test your market, go test your value out there. Yeah. Come back to us let us know what you find. Maybe we can match it, maybe we can't. Yeah. It's not I don't think it's a relationship that ended sour between the Philadelphia Eagles and CJGJ. Does it suck as a fan? And look, every offseason, every week heading into free agency, we want the Eagles to make a splash. We want the Eagles to make the big move. And the Eagles are one of those teams that they sit back.
Yeah, they do.
They're not one of those teams that comes out and makes a splash the first day or two of free agency. Very rarely. There's been a few occasions here and there. But you look at the deals that they made last year when we were sitting here like, what the heck are they doing? Yeah. Do we think that they can come in? Or what's their mentality? Do we think that they're not all in for this season? And look, they traded for A.J. Brown on draft day. Yep. They got CJGJ for the two late round picks right before training camp or right during training camp, I believe. So look, Howie's the type of GM that, and I kind of commend him a little bit.
Kind of.
I commend him a little bit. Look, 2018 Howie Roseman, he would have made these deals. He would have re-signed all these guys. He would have overpaid. But I think he felt he learned from that experience, and it was a learning experience for him. Right. Like, look, I have to be smart with my money. I can't reward players for past production. Right. I need to figure out what we have now and what we're doing to build this team for the future. Right. And look, they're not going to give Hargrave $30 million. No. They're not going to give Bradbury starter money when they have Darius Slay, which we'll get into that momentarily.
If they have Darius
Miles Sanders, they're not going to pay a running back that high. No. So look, I commend Howie. He's going to sit back, and he's been one of the more aggressive and one of the more GMs over the last couple of years that has been smart with his money, has been smart with his compensation, and has made the right moves to put the Eagles in the position that they're currently in.
I agree. That's very well thought out, well said. I like that you hesitate to commend him, though. I mean, come on. The guy he did good last year. Let's commend him.
He did good last year.
Commend him.
And look,
commend him.
Because of his deals and because of what he did in the offseason to build this team, they ended up in the Super Bowl. But look, it's difficult to get back there, and I understand I understand the fan base's panic right now. This was a team that didn't win the Super Bowl with the players that they had, and now they're basically almost gutting the entire defensive side of the football. Yeah. You potentially need two safeties. You potentially need two linebackers. Too. You need right now definitely one other opposite side or one cornerback. Yeah. You need two D tackles because you don't know what you have. With Jordan Davis, you hope he can produce, but you're not. It's not a guarantee.
True.
So look, you're going into this offseason going to the youth movement and revamping the whole defensive side of football, essentially. And it's scary because, look,
new coordinator,
new coordinator, and that's why I kind of feel the Eagles are a little bit hesitant with their moves. They need to figure out what Desai wants to do with this defensive scheme, what his game plan is going to be, and I hope they're getting his input on what he wants or what players that that the Eagles should target or should or should not bring back.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's a depressing day for the defensive side of the ball, man. It really is. But what they just re-signed Graham, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, you just suck at segues, dude. You suck at segues.
I was reading his thing there, man.
Yeah, it's called a tease. It's called a segue. You
All
just
right, hold on.
Eagles signed Brandon Graham 1 year, 6 minutes.
Segue.
We're done. The show's over. Peanut just went through all fucking 3 topics in a span of fucking 5 minutes.
Hey, that's what I do, man. That's what I'm here for, bro. That's what I'm here for.
We're professionals here on Birds, Beers, and BS. Otherwise, why the fuck are people listening?
That's an oxymoron. We're professionals here at Birds, Beers, and BS. Man, our name says it, man. We the shit show, and I'm the shit ringer. So let's go.
But look,
segue.
As Peanut brought up before, if you did miss the news earlier, yes, the Philadelphia Eagles did make a move this week, bringing back longtime pass rusher and fan favorite defensive end Brandon Graham to a 1-year deal up to $6 million. And look, this dude's gonna get a statue when his career is done. And it's because of moments like this. And look, the 30-year-old free agent or the 30-year-old has agreed to terms on a 1-year contract to remain with the Eagles. The team announced Friday. Graham's contract is worth up to $6 million, according to the NFL insiders. And look, this is the quote that he gave when the news broke out. And I quote, "It ain't really about the money for me right now," Graham told the Philadelphia Inquirer of his new deal. "It's just more about coming back. I don't want to miss this run. We about to go on."
Uh-oh.
Look, he's confident. He told his agent, "Look, the city of Philadelphia is where I want to be.
Yeah.
This is where I want to finish my career. And look, I don't care what it takes. Go there and get the deal done." That's what he told his agent. He said he does not want to miss what Jalen Hurts is going to do with this team. He doesn't want to miss the opportunity to win another Super Bowl. He said it himself that Jalen Hurts is the man, and he has all the confidence in him. And look, when you have a leader like Brandon Graham, having the confidence in your young quarterback that just took you to the Super Bowl, it's a positive thing. And look, BG, you can't be mad at that contract.
1 year, $6 million. I'll take
up to $6 million. Look, it's probably a $4 million base of a couple million.
Incentives.
Yeah, incentives. Like if he makes the Pro Bowl or some amount of sacks or playing time, or if they win the Super Bowl, there's a bunch of clauses. But he wants to play the city of Philadelphia, and this is the type of guy that Brandon Graham is, and this is why the city of Philadelphia has connected so much with BG as a player and as a person. He gets us. He gets the city, and he doesn't want. Look, he could have went out there and got more money. There's a possibility he could have got maybe a couple more million to play for another team, but he'd rather sacrifice that to come play for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Do you feel like some of these other defensive players, maybe they should sacrifice some of that salary just to make sure, you know what I mean?
No, look, I'm not gonna ridicule or criticize a player for going out and getting what they're worth. I'm not going to go out there and say that this guy should take less money or give the city a discount because it can help the team or help build the team for a championship.
Right.
These guys, the average lifespan of NFL player is 3.5 years or something along those lines.
Right.
Not a lot of time for these guys to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're out there and they're up for a free agent deal and they're one of the top tier free agents, that's why I don't criticize Javon Hargrave or Bradbury for not wanting to come back on a lesser deal, or Kaiser White on a lesser deal, because look, they have a chance to make a lot more money than what we could give them, and their career could be done tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Very true.
But look, BG, welcome back to the Eagles nest. He'll be back for at least one more year, and hopefully, look, we help him get that second Super Bowl ring.
That'll be awesome. And
look, and another reason why I felt he wanted to come back, he wants to pass. I can't remember who it is, but it might be Bednarik. But for the most starts or most games played in Eagles uniform.
Okay, yeah, well, that's a good.
So look, he has a chance to break that this season. Knock on wood that he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, knock on wood.
But look, there's a bunch of other breaking news that broke this week as we're bringing up look. It's a very defensive heavy show here on Birds, Beers, and BS. Look, the defense is the focal point right now. The offense is in stone. And look, the news broke out this morning that the Philadelphia Eagles gave agent for Darius Slay permission to go out and seek a trade for his client.
That made me nervous.
What's your take, Peanut?
At first, I thought the whole rumor was about, and it's not a rumor anymore, but at the time when it was a rumor,
legit.
Yeah, when it was a rumor, I thought it was because of the
Matt Patricia possibly signing him as their
right.
as a coach.
Linebackers coach
Yeah,
or something like that. So in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, all right, this happened. That's what made him feel like that. But it all comes down to I think Slay even said something about it. He said basically like it comes down to the money. So, and you touched on that right before we got onto this topic. So how do I feel about it? I'm a little nervous at that point, because at this point now, say you lose both your cornerbacks, your safety, now you're losing the whole back end of your defensive team. So yeah, it makes me a little nervous, but that's what offseason really is, though. Offseason is a whole bunch of what ifs, oh my goshes, and oh fucks. You know what I mean? So this would be under the category of all fucks. Like, oh fuck.
Look, the Eagles, they're a business, and look, Slay, he's not a BG, he's not a Kelsey, so I don't feel the fan base is going to be as outraged if they decide to move on from Darius Slay.
I don't think they'll be outraged, but at this,
it brings a lot of nervousness. Yeah. And look, like I said earlier in the show, sit back, relax, let it all soak in. Don't panic yet. The off season, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Look, and Howie Roseman has shown that he's been able to make deals in free agency,
right?
During the draft, and during training camp, he's gotten guys right before they're about to get cut, that have made an impact on our teams.
Facts.
So look, this roster, yes, we're losing a bunch of pieces, but I feel, right now, I'm having the confidence in Howie Roseman before I can judge him. I have to let the process pan out. Look, like 76ers fans said all those years, trust the process. Trust in Howie right now to make sure he hasn't proven this wrong. He hasn't let us down the last couple of years. He made the move. He made the smart move for Jalen Hurts to get us our franchise quarterback. Yeah. He's got us Devontae Smith. Yes. He's got us AJ Brown.
Preach.
He's been able to work magic around the cap and with these deals over the last couple of seasons to put us in position to build a team.
Correct.
We are not finished yet. We are not done, and there's got a lot more coming out. Look, players are getting cut left and right.
Yeah, notice that.
There's a lot of players right now on a bunch of different teams that are becoming casualties because they don't fit the team's schemes anymore. They don't fit their future. They're maybe too much money.
The cap hit.
There's a lot of players out there, and this roster is far from over for Howie Roseman from assembling. But look, it sucks. Like you go from possibly one of the best secondaries in football. To no CJGJ.
To no secondary.
Marcus Epps is gone.
Yeah.
CJG, I'm hoping if for some reason they do move on from Darius Slay, because, look, it's a lot of cap implications. And this doesn't bode well for Darius Slay. The fact that when a team gives your agent permission to go seek a trade, you're not in their plans. That's
so
the
you
way,
think that's what it is? The defensive coordinator came up and was like, "Look, I don't need this guy."
No, but look, Darius Slay's 32 years old. His performance dipped towards the second half of that season. He wasn't the shutdown playmaker Slay that he wants to.
He was never really a shutdown corner.
He was. He was.
Don't get me wrong. Slay was super solid, but he was never like shut down.
No, he was a shutdown corner, dude. There's a reason why all those years teams would not throw his way. He was always falling the number one wide receiver. And they would never throw his way because of his ability. And look, I'm not knocking his ability. I feel Darius Slay can still play at a decent level, but
it's gonna fall off sooner or later.
But that's the thing. 30-plus-year-old cornerbacks, their production starts to slide, and once it slides, they never regain it. Look at Darrelle Revis all those years. That still kept on trying to get 1 year's deals and trying to play consistently. Look,
Asamoah.
Well,
we all remember that one.
Well, he wasn't 30 at the time. He was just a major bust.
Hell yeah.
But look, Darius Slay, he's a guy that he's all about the money.
Yeah.
And once again, I don't blame players for going and trying to get out there for what they're worth. But the problem is he has no more guaranteed money on his contract.
Facts.
He wants an extension to help get more guaranteed money, but also give the team flexibility. But the Eagles are like, no, We're not doing that. We're not paying you for years past your prime. Either you play on what the current deal is, or go out there, seek a trade, go find your value. Go see if a team's going to pay your contract. Go see if someone's going to go pay, give you an extension in that guaranteed money.
Yeah.
And if they don't,
come back.
I feel the Philadelphia Eagles will release Darius Slay.
You think they'll release him?
Look, I saw all the tweets today and all the reports that there's major cap implications. If they, I think, release him after post June 1st, they save, I think, like $18 million.
Jesus. Okay.
It's something along those lines. And look, this team is in dire need for the cap space right now. And and look, if the Eagles feel they can upgrade the position through the draft, through free agency, or through trades,
right,
they're going to do it. Yeah. And the reason why they're letting all these players go is because of the compensation picks for next season. Because right now, look, the Eagles, they only have 4 picks in the first 3 rounds.
Right.
After that, they only have 2 picks in the seventh round. So there's not a lot of compensations unless Eagles, which Howie's always a GM that moves up and down the draft. I think almost every single year since he's been the GM, we have made some type of move in the first round.
True.
So look, there's a chance that we get some more compensation or maybe get a player here and there, but I feel that they feel this youth movement is real. This is a team in the defense that they're on the offensive side, the youth is there. Right. They have their wide receivers for the future. They have their quarterback. They're probably going to be getting a running back somewhere through the draft. The offensive line, look, has some pieces, but look, they have their left tackle with Mailata. They have Juergens. They have guys along that offensive line. A couple pieces that they'll have to replace.
Right.
That they need. They want this the last long term, and that's why, look, Darius Slay, they want him. They're more than happy to keep him, but at the price that they're willing that they want to pay him for.
Amen to Howie, man. You got to do what you got to do to keep that cap tight. You know what I'm saying?
and look, and I think Darius wants out. The fact that he's going on fucking Twitter right now and retweeting all these players that are like, "Yo, come here, yo, let's be teammates." I'll call the GM. Look, he's causing a circus. He's causing a storm, and look. The guy is a great player. He's played well for us.
Absolutely.
But he wasn't our best cornerback, according to a lot of people last year.
Ooh, so that's some controversy. Was Bradbury?
According to a lot of people, Bradbury was our guy. And if they let go Darius Slay or trade him or do something with him,
you think they keep Bradbury?
The only way that they can salvage the fan base from going off the deep end is either getting Bradbury or getting CJ
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 things, or another premier stud cornerback. Like if they're out there maybe getting a Jalen Ramsey, which look, he's 30 plus years old. But
exactly. Why wouldn't you just pay the guy you have as opposed to paying the guy that you?
Well, no, because if you trade for him, the team trading him takes a bulk of his salary.
Gotcha.
They take on the signing bonus.
Gotcha.
And the guaranteed money. We only have to take on the base salary. So look, if you're willing to trade for another 30+ corner,
I'll take
for
Ramsey.
a late round pick, it's a possibility.
And Ramsey would fit in perfect.
You trade for Ramsey, sign CJ or Bradbury for a couple-year deal.
We would be at least content.
We would be improved.
Yeah, I guess. Well, not if we lose Bradbury and we lose.
No.
You're saying if we keep one of them, say we keep Bradbury and then we go after Ramsey, would fit in Philly. This is it. Dude, that attitude works here, man.
This is going to be one of the most exciting off seasons in a very long time. Look, we had the COVID years where there wasn't much because of the limited cap, and I understand the Eagles are not. They're in the middle of the pack when it comes to available cap space. But look, Howie has found ways to get money, and look, they restructured the deal for kicker Jake Elliott. So look, that I think frees up a couple $1 million for Howie to play with. You do have draft picks that you have to account for with their salaries, but
correct. Man, you're right though. This is a shakeup on the defense. Last year was more focused
on the offense.
So this
year's the defense.
Am I fucking something up if I say, hey, what do you think he's gonna do in the draft? Am I messing up the segue here?
No, you're not.
Because I don't want to get fucking yelled at again. So do you think Howie goes heavy defense this draft, or
I believe they go heavy defense. But look, a lot can shape up as it just broke a little bit a while ago, as there's been a major shakeup in the NFL draft, as the Bears trading the first overall pick to the Panthers for wide receiver DJ Moore and multiple picks. So the Carolina Panthers going out and getting the quarterback, whether it's CJ Stroud, whether it's Bryce Young, maybe Anderson if they have some love fascination with him. But look, they get the Bears. They believe in their. This was only a matter of time. It's just who's going to give them the highest bidding war with the amount of top tier quarterbacks at the top end of the draft, and with them having Justin Fields and having faith in him, you knew they were going to move down to try to get more compensation.
Absolutely agree with you on that one.
So what the Bears will receive Carolina's first round selection at number 9 this year. So they pick right before us. Wow. The 61st overall pick, which is a late second round. Next year's first round selection, a 2025 second round pick, and of course wide receiver DJ Moore. So look, the Bears getting a buttload of picks, and kudos to them.
Hey,
they just pulled a freaking Sonny Weaver Jr. on their asses over there.
Yeah, listen.
If you don't get the reference, it's a draft day movie reference with Kevin Costner. Maybe one of the worst unrealistic sports movies of all time, but it's entertaining to me.
Jokes are only funny when you don't have to fucking explain the joke, my friend. But
I knew you. I don't think you ever watched Draft Day, so I had to kind of fill you in, like, what the hell you fuking talking? Who the fuck is Sonny Weaver Jr.?
I watched Draft Day.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I watched it. See, you got no faith in me. Like,
I don't.
He said I don't.
This is the same guy that always criticizes and ridicules any fucking show or movie me and my wife like.
They all suck.
You like Power Rangers? They fucking suck.
Thank you.
Too bad.
Thank you.
What did we prove?
Defense rest, bro. Defense rest.
What did we prove last week?
What?
That the latest Power Rangers movie has a better score on Rotten Tomatoes than your shitty Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the 90s?
All right, come on, hold on, son. First of all, I didn't even see that. I was just told that. So
look it up.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Look it up, bro.
I don't care. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look. Fucking Power Rangers. Anyways,
or as my daughter says, "Come at me, bro."
Come at me, bro. Yeah, she's a problem.
But
who is that at number 2? That's for the draft this year, it would be Houston, right?
Yeah.
So how do you feel as a Houston as a Houston fan? The game that they should have like just tanked and lost, and they won.
They could have got all that compensation.
They're gone.
Well, no, they sort of need a quarterback too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it reminds me of the year that Carson Wentz and Jared Goff got drafted. So it's gonna be 1-2. So, but damn, it's gotta fucking feel shitty as fuck, man. Could have had that.
But yeah, the Eagles, I feel, could go a bunch of different ways in the draft. I know everyone's eyeing up cornerback because, look, right now that's probably their biggest need.
Yeah.
But they can go linebacker, which they don't what's the word? They don't value very much in the high end of the draft, and especially after getting the Kobe Dean last year in the 3rd round. But
yeah, look, Kobe Dean got to step up this year.
I feel they're going to go D tackle. I feel they're going to look. They need to revamp that defensive line.
Yeah.
That interior defensive line. They have Jordan Davis. They have Milton Williams, but behind that, what else do they have? So look, I feel. It's not gonna be a flashy pick. I know everyone wants the Joey Porter Juniors from Penn State at number 10. A couple of the other top cornerbacks in the draft that they feel the Eagles should eye. But look, I feel it's gonna be a little bit less flashy. Look, there's still less than 50 days to the NFL draft. A lot can change, more trades, injuries. We still have to figure out what's gonna happen in free agency.
Yeah.
Who knows? The Eagles might sign one of the top D tackles in free agency and bring back, and that fills the need that they don't have to draft highly in the draft. So we'll see. But I do feel this offseason it's going to be revamping the defensive side of the football, getting younger, getting us a starting caliber defense that can help perform and that we can rely on for years to come, especially since the offense is in place, and filling in a couple pieces and getting some depth.
Agreed.
Which it's easier said than done. That's a lot. That's a lot to ask for, in my opinion, especially with the limited cap space. But look, free agency hasn't started yet. Free agency doesn't start officially till next Wednesday. So there's gonna be a lot of movement. There's gonna be a lot of rumors. There's gonna be a lot of reports on where teams and where players are going, and it's gonna shape out the draft. So look, a guy might fall. The Eagles might trade back and extra compensation, trade the pick. Who knows? We don't have the crystal ball in our hand, but all I know is stay on for the ride. It's going to be an incredible offseason, and it's going to be a fun time here on the AT Sports Network.
Lot to talk about. Finally, something to talk about.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
But look, shifting gears a little bit off the the football talk. What a main event last week.
Yeah.
UFC 285 as John Jones dominates Gagne, however you pronounce his fucking last name. First round submission. They get the UFC title. And Peanut, the question is he the GOAT?
He is the GOAT. Hands down. Moving up to heavyweight to do what he did in the time for, and mind you, I was watching the pregame interviews and whatnot, and he literally said, "I'm gonna make it look easy." And I was like, I don't know. And then he went in there and he made it look easy. John Jones, hands down, is
the fact that he did it, having not fought in 3 years, to dominate with the way he did. Look,
John Jones is a scary ass dude.
Put him in the freaking chokehold, and he submitted him in 2 fucking minutes.
Done.
I feel bad for the people that spent thousands of dollars for cage side seats to see this fight. Yeah. And it's done in 2 fucking minutes.
But it reminds me of Mike Tyson. That you go into this knowing it's going to be a short and sweet fight. Yeah. But you're witnessing history, and the reason why I say he's the GOAT is you're witnessing history. You're witnessing the Michael Jordan jump shot. You're witnessing Mike Tyson knocking people out within a round or two. John Jones solidified his legacy, and honestly, like from this point forward, y'all better watch out, man. John Jones is no joke, and he was never a joke. I mean,
the dude is 27-1 and then won no contest against Daniel Cormier in 2017. But look at these names he's dominated against. So everyone's like, oh, he beat Gagne, who's not a very big name.
Don't sleep on Gagne.
Yo, I know. I know, but I'm saying people are like, how can you consider him the GOAT? Of course he won. He beat lesser competition. But look, he beat Thiago Santos. He defeated Alexander Gustafsson. He defeated Daniel Cormier at UFC 182. Glover Teixeira. Charles Sonnen, Victor Belfort, Rashad Evans, Lyoto Machida, Quentin Jackson. Look, this dude has dominated the best of the best the UFC has ever had.
He beat your favorite fighters, y'all.
The one fighter I wish we would have got when he was in his prime was Brock Lesnar versus John Jones.
You think Brock Lesnar would give him I don't think he would. I don't think Brock Lesnar should be even named in the same section as. Listen, dude, I know you're a wrestling fan.
But no, Lesnar during his short stint with UFC, he was one of the more dominant guys until he got sick after the one loss to what's his name.
Well, he got knocked the fuck out.
But yeah, Jones beat Bonner. Well, of course everyone gets knocked out eventually.
No, I know.
Eventually someone's going to dethrone. Who knows? Someone might dethrone John Jones because look, he has a huge fight coming up. As it's been reported, like we brought last week, UFC 290, July 8th in Las Vegas.
Oh, we watching that one.
John Jones goes up against the formerly retired Stipe Miocic in a battle of the ages between GOAT versus GOAT.
That'll be
for the title.
John Jones is gonna knock him out too, or submission.
He might knock him the fuck out.
Yeah, he might.
Dude, that fight, that's gonna be fucking amazing.
It is gonna be amazing. Sorry, I choked on my own enthusiasm.
And look, that card overall was fucking incredible. Who would have thought the upset of the night? Gasso.
Yeah.
Gasso destroying Slavechka, whatever the fuck her last name was. I can't pronounce people's fucking last names.
Slavechko.
So whatever her name was.
The whole card was entertaining. It was one of those and we needed that. Let's face it, because some of these UFC cards weren't up to what's a good word? It wasn't up to par. Yeah. This one definitely was.
One of the better ones.
Yeah,
definitely.
This one definitely was. We entertained ourselves, and we bought it too. We didn't even cheat. We didn't no cheat box or anything like that, right? We paid for it.
Way to be casual.
No, it was entertaining to see it. UFC starting to bounce back, and finally they're giving us cards that actually like entertain us. I was a little pissed off with the last one with
except the fucking Newark. They announced that UFC is coming to Newark in fucking May.
I'm not allowed to buy the tickets.
And that card does not look that great.
No.
For I'll say it's essentially a fight night that's on pay-per-view. Right now. They have I think the main event's the only decent fight, the undercard. Other goddamn shit right now. They're putting all their eggs in the basket for UFC 290 with John Jones.
290 is going to be dope.
The only time I think outside of Las Vegas or like out of the country where they had a great card was probably when it was McGregor and Alvarez at Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden gets the decent shows. Newark's a goddamn dump. Dana White's not giving them fucking a good card.
Because it's a dump. They're like, just throw whoever there. You know,
pretty fucking much. But look,
I agree.
I'll say between the offseason, UFC, WrestleMania is around the corner. Look.
Don't forget Rough and Rowdy, man. We gotta go. We gotta watch the Rough and Rowdy one too. I don't know if you guys are into Rough and Rowdy, but it's a bunch of regular people fighting, and it is the dopest shit I ever seen. So look at it, look it up, go on YouTube or whatever. Rough and Rowdy. They don't pay me to say this. I hope they do. I would love to get some Rough and Rowdy money, like a $25 check every 15 days or something like that. But there's so much happening. This whole off season is going to be filled with fun fights, fun things to watch.
Spring training's in full force. Baseball's around the corner.
XFL actually is getting good reviews too. Holy shit! He's
their viewership's in the fucking shitter.
Mm-hmm.
But look, I'll say I know football season's not here. The off season is, of course, going to be in full swing starting next week. But look. I'll say a lot to cover. Look, we have the Philadelphia Union back in action. We have baseball season around the corner. The Flyers are not too hot, but of course, still Flyers, still hockey, still Philadelphia sports.
It's still hockey.
So again, make sure you're following along, liking, subscribing. All our social media platforms here on the AT Sports Network, from our YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and much more. We appreciate everyone's support and hope you're along for the ride.
We beg for your viewership.
Yeah, pretty fucking much. As some people say.
Shit.
Not wrong with only 2 people that are watching. One of them, I think one of them is fucking you.
I think it is me. Nobody watches this show.
Yeah,
we can say whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, why the fuck do we do this every week?
I don't know. It's fucking ridiculous.
We're canceled. See you, fuckers.
Yeah, fuck America. I didn't mean that.
Cancel culture.
Yeah, cancel us, please, man, because we suck.
Pretty much.
We do.
But again, thank you everyone for tuning in for another episode of Birds, Beers, and BS. Look, next week, hopefully talking about big Eagles news, maybe Howie makes a splash, NFL free agency in full swing starting next Wednesday. So a lot to cover. Next week, we'll dive into that and any other NFL news or anything else we want to fucking talk about.
Yeah, we talk about whatever. We don't give a shit.
Pretty much. So again, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm Eagle Jeff. Follow me on Twitter at Jeff Warner NFL. Pino along for the ride, of course. And
I'm along for the ride. I am.
You're just fucking here.
I'm just here. Like, all I do is drink beer and be like, pretty much.
That's all I do. Say, make sure you support us, atsportsnetwork.com/shop for all our great designs of all our show gear. atsportsnetwork.com. I'd like to thank our friends at Stuff to the Grills in Allentown. Order by calling 484-274-6760 or visit stufftothegrills.com for their full menu and specials. They're also doing a March Madness bracket, so get in soon. Selection Sunday is this week. The tournament starts next week, so you want to get in and try to win some free stuff, head on Stuff to the Grills. They'll get some great food, get some great sandwiches, get some great desserts, and fill out a bracket while you're there. I'd like to thank our friends at Vinny's Pizza and Restaurant in Allentown off Iroquois Trail in the Old Town Shopping Center. Order takeout or delivery at 610-395-2300 or vinnyspizzapa.com. Make sure to check them out for their daily and game day specials as well. And like to thank our friends at Homage Vintage Apparel. They have it all. Check that out at homage.com. Click the link in the referral click the referral link in the bio of the episode on YouTube. If you're interested in buying some of their attire, it helps, gives us a little payday, helps support Peanut's drinking habit over here.
Let's sell the fuck out.
So look, appreciate all support. So make sure you support our sponsors. It helps supports us.
It does. Thank you.
So again, thank you for everyone tuning in. We'll be back hopefully next week, unless I decide not to do the fucking show, or we just get canceled.
Yeah, most likely canceled.
But we end every show here on Birds, Beers, and BS.
Drink them if you got them,